The problem-solving process meeting template is at the heart of this updated approach to addressing lagging student skills with regards to social-emotional behavioral, social-emotional learning, and perhaps academics as determined by the team. The purpose of this problem-solving process is fourfold. We want to ensure collaboration at the earliest stages when specific unsolved Tier 1 and Tier 2 student concerns emerge. We want to seek collaborative solutions so that we understand the targeted skills that students are currently lacking and having difficulty meeting. Steps 3 and 4 involve progress monitoring with regards to the function-based and student interventions that are chosen. You can see that we begin by including student demographics, their name, age, and grade. We also want to include role assignments and other participants so that it's quite clear about which team members are participating. You'll note then the two boxes with regards to involving families and students. A key emphasis for this new approach is ensuring that we are taking the time to determine as a school-based team how we want family members to participate in this process and ensuring they understand the lagging targeted skills we are trying to address and getting their feedback so that we can ensure that the strategies are aligned to student strengths, motivators, interests, and needs. The second box includes the important aspect of students and including their voice and input on skill plans that are being developed by adults working with them each and every day. Thus, the team wants to determine how and when students will be involved so that we can gather their feedback on the lagging skills they feel are most pressing, the barriers that are getting in the way of their success in meeting and demonstrating those lagging skills, and also ensuring we have their voice on what might be best practices for adults to support them along the way. You'll note as we move to the beginning of the problem process meeting that there are time offerings with regards to how long it might take to complete each section. It's important for teams to realize that this process cannot be rushed, and 2 to 3 meetings might be needed over time to ensure a full voice of all valued stakeholders working with the student. And it's vital that those adults who are working with students when the targeted lagging skills and behaviors of concern are being exhibited can and are included in this meeting process, as we will most likely determine their settings to implement this plan. Step 1 is identifying the student's strengths, interests, motivators. We do so because we want to be student-focused, we want to focus on success, and we can also use this information when building the strategies later in the plan. The problem-solving process is offering team-based adults to decide the 1 or 2 specific SEB skills of concern the student is currently lacking. We want to narrow down and fully define the SEB skills. Thus, you'll notice that the looks like, sound like allows adult to fully understand what it does mean when a student is displaying a lagging skill. The more specifically defined the targeted skill, the more adept team members are knowing when to intervene and when perhaps to ignore. We do offer that if teams have more than 2 skills that a student is lagging that they want to address, that they brainstorm in advance, and then they can keep those other lagging skills on the side as they work on the selected skill 1 and skill 2 as applicable. Steps 2A and 2B are asking team members, just as in the last problem solving with function of mind process, to determine when the targeted behaviors are most likely to occur? When is the student unable to demonstrate the skill being asked of them by the adults? And 2B, what are the typical adult reactions when this happens? And we can consider settings, conditions, and time of day. Team members can do the best they can with regards to data currently available to determine perhaps the function of why a student is unable to display a skill when requested by an adult. Specifically, what need is the challenging behavior meeting for the student? We offer that the 1 or 2 most impactful functions can be circled to guide alignment with function-based strategies and interventions. Number 4, provides the team a chance to consider and reflect on previous interventions that have been used to address the targeted skill deficits and what has been successful. We don't want to throw away interventions and strategies that have met success in the past. We want to keep them front and center as we continue to brainstorm other approaches to support students gaining the skills needed to be successful in the classroom and school setting. You also note that we want the team to consider trusted adults, cultural responsive practices, trauma-informed practices, and restorative practices that have been integrated or could be integrated to support the student. This is a vital new component of the problem-solving process, as indicated on the homepage. Number 5 asks us to determine a specific short-term goal that's attainable. And specifically, the replacement behavior is being asked to define by team members so that we can fully determine what we want the student to say and do instead of displaying challenging behaviors. You'll note we provided a SMART goal so that team members are fully clear on the specific lagging skill, data collection, time frame. As noted, the team can then proceed to strategies to teach, prevention strategies, reinforcement strategies. You'll note the prompts that we provided. And we're also going to note who will implement those strategies, meaning the adults, and when. We can also consider student and family voice with regards to their roles with regards to these strategies. And as we stroll down, we also note the extinction strategies that need to be noted by team members, family members, and students. The alignment of function-based strategies to address lagging skills is something very similar that's occurred previously in the problem solving with function and mind process. We want to ensure we know how we're going to monitor the goals for the student, the method of data collection, who's responsible, the data tool, how will treatment integrity be collected, scheduling a follow-up meeting, and reviewing the plan and to-dos. As noted, there's also a review meeting for team to engage in. You'll note the top is the same with regards to roles and assignments. We're going to summarize how families have been involved and also how students have been involved. It's so important that we ensure that student voice has been collected and utilized in developing this plan, and also that families have a chance to provide their voice and input as well. We're going to review the results, what was successful, what are we on track, and then we also want to decide also what changes may need to occur. We're going to explore the data collection and also student outcome data. You'll see in 3B, it states, if data show the plan is not effective, to what degree was it implemented and will the plan be modified? We all know that problem solving takes time. Thus, plans have to be developed, reviewed, and may need to be changed. And it's very important that team members participating in the process realize the continuous improvement model that is at play Thus, we do our best to implement with fidelity, knowing that their changes may need to occur. And that's the importance of this review meeting, is to stay the course and make slight adjustments, hopefully as needed, to address the lagging skills of students. We're going to determine what will be done next, by who and by when, based on the adjustment of the plan, and we're going to schedule a follow-up meeting as well. And you'll note, again at the bottom, the problem-solving process meeting with regards to the steps we're going to take as a comprehensive team in order to address lagging skills of students.